Hello everyone, this is Johannes and you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and today we are taking a look at Rebel Nox, a new game from Aporta Games. This video is going to be more of a preview than a review, and the main reason for that is that I personally know some of the designers of this game. That's the reason I wanted to do that, so just to be transparent, I know the designers. I got this pre-production copy to play it and to make this video. So, now that you know that, let's look at how to play the game, and then I'm going to tell you a bit more about this game. Rebel Nox is a trick-taking game with teams. The thing here is that the teams are hidden. At the beginning of the game, you are gonna deal out cards to all the players, and some of the players will have these rebel cards. Depending on the number of players you're playing with, you're gonna use 2 or 3 rebel cards. The players who have the rebel cards will be the rebels at the beginning of the game, and the rest will be the loyalists. At the beginning of the game, the rebels will tell you who the rebels are, so that all people know the teams at the beginning of the game, but the teams will change during the game, and then they will get unknown. The player who has the rebel commander with the star is the starting player. This deck also consists of 3 colored cards from 1 to 17, which you are going to be playing tricks. So the base rules for these games are trick-taking rules. If I'm going to start a trick, I'm playing out a card, then all players around the table will have to play a card. If they can play a card of the same color, they have to. If they cannot, they can play another color, and depending on what the lead color is, it's another trump. So all cards can be trumps during the game. After you played, the highest card will be the winner of the trick, and that's the basic rules of how the tricks works. But there are some changes in this game that makes it interesting and different. First off, you have these 6 locations. Every round you are going to play 6 tricks, and every trick is going to have a different rule, and you're going to fight over a different location. So the 2 teams are trying to win the most locations to get the most followers so that their team will win. So the first thing that happens is the rebel commander will choose a location, and then the trick will begin. Some of the locations have different win conditions, some of the locations have some of the special rules, and some just give different amounts of points depending on what team you are on. Different rules for all these different cards, except for the Nexus, who's up on top here, who always will be the last card you play each round. Other than the numbers and the colors, there are also 3 different special abilities that will make this game more interesting. You have the Assassin, which is the ability of the Assassin is that if I play the Assassin in the trick, that's gonna ignore the highest card. So that means the next highest card is gonna win. If there's more Assassins, then it will ignore more cards, and the Assassin can also kill itself if it's unlucky. The other card you have is the flag. Some cards are flag cards, and those will give more influence and in turn more followers to the team who wins the trick with them. And the last thing you have is the infiltrator, who has some energy tanks. I'm pretty sure there's some energy tanks that will make so if we play this out during the trick, the player with the lowest card will draw as many cards from the highest card player as there are energy tanks in the trick. And that is how you will change teams, because then I will draw cards from you. If you were a rebel, I might draw your rebel card, and now I am on that team, I will give you cards back. And then maybe I will start playing differently so that you might understand I'm a rebel, or I will try to not play differently so you don't understand I'm a rebel. So it's kind of like a deduction game in this trick-taking game. After you have played all the 6 tricks, you are gonna show what team you're on. Everybody knows what teams everybody is on, and you are going to tally up the influence you have gotten. The team with the most influence is going to get a bonus depending on how many players are on the team. For example, if there's 2 players on the team, every player is going to get 4 extra followers, and then after the winning team have gotten their followers, everybody's going to get followers depending on the influence they got. And after that, you are going to check if somebody won. So let's say I was 2 players on the team, we need 20 followers altogether to win. If you are a team of 4 players, you need 40 followers to win. If nobody won, you're gonna reset, put out 6 new cards and start a new round, and you're gonna play rounds until somebody wins. That is the basic gist on technically how Rebel Nox works. There's a lot of stuff under the curtains here, which is really hard to understand when just explaining the rules, but that's a short breakdown on how you play Rebel Nox. That's a short overview on how to play Rebel Nox. This is a really strange game. This is a team game and a trick-taking game. You don't really know who is on your team. You're gonna try to figure it out by looking at how people play the game, and yeah, it's a really strange game. I played the game now 6 or 7 times, and I'm starting to understand how I'm gonna play this game. I just read the designer diary from Christian Östby on the Board Game Geek, and as he said, the end result of this game being so new and being so much about playing these cards strategically to try to help your team, try to show your team what team you're on, trying to not show the other team what team you're not on, and trying to deduce and trying to find this stuff out. It's really nuanced. It really, the first time you play this game, as the designer diary says, you're probably gonna have no idea what's going on because you're just gonna play a normal trick-taking game. And I agree that with the design diary saying that makes this game not really accessible. It's not a game you can sit down and play one time, and if you do that, you will not get a good feeling on what the game is actually about. We played it quite a few times with the same group, and we're starting to understand. I'm starting to understand now after like 6 plays how I'm gonna play. Other than just trying to win the trick all the time, trying to help my team members, trying to find out more, trying to play strategically the cards so that I will get to draw cards from other players, trying to undermine other players doing that. It's a game that really gets better the more you play it. And I really think that if you have the same group playing this game, like if you play it once every time you meet for game night, after some plays you're gonna get a really tense, puzzle, strange game. And when I say strange, I don't mean that as negative. I like strange. I really enjoy strange. And I think they've done strange in a really good way in this game. It's just a game that you need to play more than a couple of times. So if you demo it at a convention, for example, and you're probably not going to get like a great feeling of it because it's so nuanced how you're going to do. As I said, I played it 6 or 7 times now, and I'm starting to understand what I should do. The positive note, of course, is that it's not a really long game. It takes usually about half an hour. Usually the game is done after 2 rounds. I do enjoy it mostly when it's half an hour game. I do enjoy it mostly when it takes 2 rounds. When we have to play the 3rd round to find a winner, I think it's getting a bit long, but that of course might be the players, and really most of the times I played it's been 2 rounds, and then it's really a good timing, like about half an hour for the gameplay. I think that they have done something really well here with the trick-taking genre. Like when you're making a trick-taking game now, you have to do something different. And I really like how they've taken this German card game, which you should go and read the designer diary on Board Game Geek. They've taken this the concept of this German card game where if you had this Queen of Clubs or Queen of Spades, whatever it was, you are on this special team, and if you lose it, you're not on the team anymore. And that's kind of what they've done here, but in a really cool way with a special power, so you can try to have a more influence on what's happening in the game, being tactical, playing tactical during every round. It can happen, which happened when we played, that one player and that might be just because we are newbies in the game, will sit with a feeling that they don't know anything because they haven't had a chance to take cards from somebody. They haven't really got a feeling what's happening in the game. So I think that, and I said this already, I think that the more you play with the same group, you will get more out of this game, because what it is a puzzle game, a deduction game, and a trick-taking game. And I think it works really well. I think like the problem and the good thing, because that depends on how you are as a player, is that you need to play quite a few times before you get into the feeling on what the game is actually about, more than in the surface of being a trick-taking game. That's all I want to say about this game. I have had fun with it. It's different, which I like. It's a small box. It's easy to carry with you. I think that if anything I just said sounds intriguing to you, I think you should check out Rebel Nox from Aporta Games. That's the end of this preview video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please like the video. Please comment on the video. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, we would really like it if you do so. That's the end. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes. You've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings. Bye bye.